Our party sucks. I totally feel that way. And guess what? Our voters feel that way. And that means that we're in trouble. Don, I wrote this book because I wanted people to understand things like this about our party.
Okay, that's Marjorie Taylor Greene saying the Republican Party sucks. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. As President Biden says, don't compare me to the almighty, compare me to the alternative. And I think we need to compare President Biden to Donald Trump. I think we need to compare democracy to dictatorship. I think we need to compare the Democrats in the House of Representatives to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Compare to the alternative, because politics is about choices. And so let's just take a look at what Donald Trump is posting, and let's contrast it to what President Biden is posting. Let's talk about it. Here's what Donald Trump goes. He goes, many times when I'm making a speech, which are always sold out with lots of people not being able to get into the arena or venue, the fake news will watch people come down from the rafters, bad seats onto the floor nearer the stage. Okay, can we just pause for a second? Who cares? Number one. Number two, sold out implies you're actually selling these tickets for value and money, which you're not. Number three, you're speaking at high school gymnasiums. You spoke at Fort Dodge High School, where you talked about depraved things, which I'm not even going to repeat here. You're bragging about selling out by having people just show up to a high school gym. Okay, as soon as this happens, the lamestream media starts taking pictures of these once fully occupied areas and seats and then come out with a story, quote, Trump arena wasn't full or Trump didn't have a sellout. It's not an arena. You're playing at a high school gym. Or a sellout. What do you think this is? When they know that's not true. They say it without fail. The fact is, thousands of people get sent away, and we never have empty seats because we're selling a product. I mean, look, it would actually be more laughable if this person wasn't the leader of the Republican Party. But it's like, what in the world even is this? Donald Trump's next post. Judge Arthur Engoron, the most overturned and stayed judge in the state, and the racist New York Attorney General, the most corrupt and incompetent AG in the country. Violent crime is raging, have fraudulently undervalued my properties by many times in order to make me look bad. And the judge's original ridiculous finding of fraud look reasonable, which it does not. This judicial prosecutorial corruption, blah, 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 whine, cry me a river, you petulant third grade little fascist. And again, it's just the whiny nature. None of what he says is true. It's so dystopian. And it's like, look, you're the one who valued Mar-a-Lago at $27 million so you could pay less property taxes. Okay, you want to say it was valued at $1.5 billion? Then pay 1% of $1.5 billion for your property taxes for the past 10 years. You want to do that? No. You're the one who valued Mar-a-Lago. You devalued properties to pay less property taxes, then went to lenders and told them the exact opposite of what you told the taxing authority. And that's problematic. You can't do that. There's a world where I can see Mar-a-Lago, if it was a actual residential property, being valued at $150 to $250 million if it was residential, but it's not. It's a commercial property. That's a club that you made it that way. You devalued it to pay less property taxes. It just let's just deal with the facts. But in MAGA world, no facts. Next up, why doesn't the implosion of the AG of New York State? This is what he's talking about right now. We're on Thanksgiving week. He admitted on the stand, he's obsessed with my co-host Michael Cohen. He admitted on the stand that he lied. I never told him to inflate the numbers. Wow, whine. Next up, the fake political cases brought against me could have been filed years ago, but these crooked and biased prosecutors worked closely with my political opponent, crooked Joe Biden, waited and filed them right in the middle of my campaign for president. Why do you think that Fawny and Alvin and Letitia, and of course the deranged one, Jack Smith, took so long? Everything is an insult. By the way, if you think you're innocent, then wouldn't you? Why are you trying to delay him? If you think you're innocent, when you say, let's do the trial right now, let's go. Here are the facts. And by the way, you know who's testifying against you? Mark Meadows, your own former chief of staff. the person who founded the Freedom Caucus. You don't get more Republican than Mark Meadows. Maybe former Vice President Pence. They're testifying against you. So it's not liberal prosecutor, blah, 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 deranged this, deranged that. Mark Meadows, Pence, all these other people try to avoid testifying, and their avoidance had to be defeated, and now they're complying. And now they're going to tell the truth against you. That took time. Unfortunately, we would have liked you to be brought to justice sooner, but there it is. Did you know that poor sleep can cause weight gain, mood issues, poor mental health, and lower productivity? Sleep is the foundation of our mental and physical health and performance in our days. Having a consistent nighttime routine is non-negotiable. When I don't get enough sleep, trust me, you don't want to be around me the next day. Introducing Beam Dream. You know we've been raving about Beam's Dream Powder, their healthy hot cocoa for sleep. And today, our listeners get a special discount on Beam's Dream Powder, their best-selling healthy hot cocoa for sleep, with no added sugar. Now available in delicious seasonal flavors like cinnamon cacao, sea salt caramel, and white chocolate peppermint. Better sleep has never tasted better. Dream contains a powerful all-natural blend of reishi, magnesium, L-theanine, melatonin, and nano CBD to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up feeling refreshed. A recent clinical study revealed Dream helped 93% of users wake up feeling more refreshed, and 93% reported that Dream helped them get a more restful night's sleep. Just mix Beam Dream into hot water or milk, stir or froth, and enjoy before bedtime. I've personally tried Beam Dream. It certainly lived up to the hype. It was delicious and just a lovely nighttime routine. And secondly, and most importantly, it helped me fall asleep and stay asleep. Find out why Forbes and New York Times are all talking about Beam and why it's trusted by the world's top athletes and business professionals. If you want to try Beam's best-selling Dream Powder, take advantage of their biggest sale of the year and get up to 50% off for a limited time when you go to shopbeam.com/Meidas. The discount is auto-applied at checkout, no code necessary. That's shopbeam.com/Meidas, MEIDAS, for up to 50% off. That's shopbeam.com/Meidas. Talk about what President Biden's posting. Last night's deal is a testament to the tireless diplomacy and determination of many dedicated individuals across the United States government to bring Americans home. Now it's important that all aspects are fully implemented, referring to that I welcome the deal to secure the release of hostages taken by Hamas during its brutal assault against Israel on October 7th. Next post by President Biden. Folks, no matter where you're headed this holiday season, you'll be heading there for less. Gas prices are down $1.70 from their peak. Airfares are down 13%, and car rental prices are down about 10%. And we're not done taking action to get those prices down even more. Yes, actually taking action. Next up, my administration just announced a proposed rule that would ban early termination fees for cable and satellite TV. Companies shouldn't lock you into services you don't want with large fees. It's unfair, raises costs, and stifles competition. We're doing something about it. Next post, deaths from fentanyl are an American tragedy that requires global action. I'm committed to doing everything I can to control the crisis, from expanding prevention, harm reduction, treatment, and recovery, to working with the Chinese, Mexican, and Canadian partners to tackle this. Next up, hidden junk fees are taking real money out of the pockets of American families. Surprise banking overdraft fees, excessive credit card late fees, and hidden hotel booking fees add up. My administration is banning junk fees to lower the cost of everyday living for Americans. Next up, this month the American people voted to protect our fundamental freedoms like the right to choose. They voted to protect our democracy. They voted against the extremism of our opponents. They voted for progress that me and the vice president have been making. Okay, here's CNBC talking about how a gallon of gas is now at the lowest Thanksgiving price since 2020. Play the clip.
Good news for consumers, though, with a gallon of gas now at the lowest Thanksgiving price since 2020. Prices for gasoline down 9 straight weeks.
Relief for consumers.
Here they are at NBC talking about how not all media, it was like rooting for a recession. Not only do we get out of that, but our economy is heading in the right direction right now, thanks to actual policies by President Joe Biden. Play this clip.
Let's talk about some facts and feelings. What a difference a year makes. Last November, economists and business leaders predicted that today we would be in a deep recession. Well, guess what? That did not happen. By so many measures, the economy is in good shape. Unemployment near 50-year lows. Wages going up. The economy, it is growing. Inflation, it is slowing. This holiday, a lot of things are less expensive than they were a year ago. Thanksgiving dinner, gas prices, airfares. Now, I know polls are showing us that Americans feel like the economy is in bad shape. You would think, given what people are saying, we're in a recession, but we are not. And here's the thing. We're also not acting like we're in a recession. Holiday spending looks like it is going to hit a new record. As my colleague Tom Costello reports, holiday weekend travel could do the same, even if the weather doesn't cooperate.
And there you have it, folks. As President Biden says, don't compare me to the almighty, compare me to the alternative. Look, if you're looking for some WWE cosplay fascist leader, maybe you need to watch some sci-fi movie of some dystopian American carnage future cosplay. That you go do that. Here right now in the real world, I want serious leaders. I want adults. I want people who are focused and talking about things that actually matter to the American people. And you can see for yourself, that's President Joe Biden, folks. It's not even close. It shouldn't even be a discussion. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 2 million subscribers thanks to your support. Check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch. On the last Patreon, we did an interview with my mom. So if you wanted to meet Mama Meidas, check us out. Patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Have a good one.
Hey Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram at MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.